There's something called the aura. That's an Arabic word. The part that's forbidden for anybody to see is from this, called the navel, to this, which is the knee. This part, your private parts, are forbidden for anybody to see ever. This is not right to show this. So when we take a bath, we take it in private. Okay? This rule is not only for men. It's for women. And I know a lot of brothers are going to go, oh, no, Sheikh. No. A woman has to be covered all the time, even to go to the bathroom. I heard that. You're wrong. Show me the proof. The woman wears covering only, and read it in the Quran. It's in chapter 24, Surah An-Nur, 24:31. Tell the believing woman to lower her gaze, because it said, tell the believing man to lower his gaze in the verse before it. Guard their private parts, okay, covered up, okay. Not to show off her adornment, this kind of thing. To draw her khimar over juyubahinna, which means to cover herself up, her chest and all the rest of it, like that. Okay, it's cool. And it says, and not expose herself to anybody except who? And then it lists a long list of people. Her brother and her father, her sons, her father's sons, etc., etc., etc. It gives all the list of all the men that are allowed to see her. Her sons can see her, meaning see her, as in, except for this to this. And if you said, oh, Sheikh, I'm sure you're wrong, I'm going to ask you a question. And I want you to think. Because I asked those girls the same question. Can a nun have a baby? They said, oh my God, no way. I said, why? Because they can't get married. I said, they can't get married, huh? I know that. Why? They said, because they're married to God. I said, all of them? That's amazing. You have a problem with us with 4 wives. Your God's got how many? I don't know. It's a strange, different issue. But when a woman has a baby, and maybe this is why you don't know that, because your religion has got a little problem with ladies, good ladies having babies. When the best of our women come into the correct belief, like the best of your women, they also have a dress code that they follow. Same, no difference. But the difference is, in Islam, she is allowed to have babies. Because she is allowed to get married. In fact, she can't have a baby unless she gets married, because we have no fooling around. It's forbidden in Islam to have sex outside of marriage. And that's the real subject that they don't want people talking about in other societies, because, hey, that's considered okay, cool stuff, baby. All right? But when our ladies, the best of the best women, have babies, and they do, and they want to feed the baby. Now, maybe some of you don't know it, but I'm sure most of you got the idea how babies get their first drink. Come on, think. From here, from their mother. Is that right? So the mother holds the baby, and the baby goes to the fountain and gets a drink. Can the mother do this in front of her other little children? Yes. Can she do this in front of her husband? Of course. Why not? It's natural. But can she do that in front of you and me? No way. Come on, man. Are you stupid? And at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they didn't put that petition up there. So Islam didn't say put that petition up there. But at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they didn't have all these lights like this either. If a lady sat in the back of the masjid in Medina in the dark, and she'd like to let her hijab slip back, if it happened, or if she has a baby with her, if it happened, nobody could see it. But here, I can see those ladies back there pretty good. There's a lot of light in my eyes. But there's ladies back there. I can see that. And they probably enjoy us putting this petition up so they can have the privacy. In Titusville, Florida, we put it all the way up as a courtesy for the ladies, if they would like to remove their hijab and kick back and go, yeah, all right, now I'll enjoy myself, feed their baby, they have a place to do that and relax. It was a courtesy. And if they don't like it, they're free to tear it down. Ladies, you don't like it, tear it down. You want to put up a different color? I don't care. You want to sit in the chairs? Come up here and sit in the chairs. And I told them, if you feel like that's the only thing stopping you from worshiping your Lord alone without any partners, tell you what you do. Walk right into the masjid and sit down in the front row. I got no problem with that. Because if you don't have any shyness about you, do whatever you want to do. But when you really believe in Allah and His messenger, and when you really want to submit to God's terms, you start thinking about being a little bit shy. And you consider the fact that, you know what? I can be back here and observe a whole lot better than sit in the front and have people observing me. Decent women don't really want people staring at them all the time. Decent women don't go around half-dressed, putting costumes, stuff all over them, painting themselves up like I don't know what, and walking down the street going, hey, baby, you can look, but you can't touch. What is that? I know that's a little harsh. I know that. But I also understand you watch too much television and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And I'm telling you in a language you understand real clear. A decent woman, a believer for the Christians, doesn't show herself off. A believer for the Muslims doesn't show herself off. What was the difference? And I'm telling you now the difference. And I told these ladies the difference. The difference is our women can get married and have babies and have a normal life. Then I asked them, you understand? They said, yes, we do. That's a very good answer. I said, okay, now I have a question for you. Who are the best of your men? He said, what do you mean? I said, in your religion, who are the best men? They said, the priests. I said, I know. I used to be a preacher. I know that. That's supposedly right. But who is the best of the priests? They said, we don't know. I said, it is the bishops. They said, oh, that's right. And who's better than the bishop? The cardinals. Ah. And who is better than a cardinal? The Pope. Yes. All right. Can they get married? They said, no. I said, why? Are they married to God too? And you came and asked me about a petition that we put up as a courtesy for the ladies. I'm asking you about a religion that puts a petition between common sense, a man and his needs, a woman and her needs, intimacy, having children and grandchildren, and the best of your people never get married and never have children. Then only the worst of your people will continue to populate this earth. And now we understand why we have the problem we have. And finally, I need to tell you, after I was done, I realized I was too harsh. But the ladies left. But I told this story many times since that day. This past year, I was asked to return back to Titusville, Florida. So I went back, and I was sort of apologizing and saying, you know, after the program last time, there was two ladies that came and asked me a question, and I could have just told them it's a courtesy for the ladies, but I got carried away, and I told them the whole story that I just told you. And as I was telling them the story, they started laughing and laughing in the story all the way through. And at the end, they were falling over on the floor, and I was going, why? They said, Sheikh, those two girls came back. They made shahada. They're on the other side of the petition right now, listening to you. Thank you for a very beautiful question, and may Allah guide you and help you to understand how to petition yourself from some of the evil. Ameen.